So here we have a SUVAT question, but rather than solving it in terms of numbers, we're having to do everything algebraically. So we've got a setup for a question, and obviously after we've read the question, the first thing that we want to do is to draw an accurate diagram. So we've got this idea that we've got a position A, and we're projecting a particle vertically upwards with a speed of u. It's going to reach a maximum height of h in a time of t. So this is what my diagram is going to look like, and then I'm going to put down my SUVAT. I know that the distance travelled is h, the initial speed is u, the final speed when I get to the top is going to be at rest, so that's 0. I'm accelerating at minus g, and my time here is capital T. For part A, I'm asked to find t in terms of u and g. Now to do that, I'm going to use some sort of SUVAT equation, and as a general rule we always want to pick the simplest equation that we can. In this case I'm going to pick v equals u plus a t, because I want some way to link t to u and a. So 0 in this case is going to be equal to u minus gt, so gt will equal u, and t will equal u over g. In the second part, we're now asked to show that h is equal to u squared plus over 2g. Again, we've got all the information set out from the first part. All I'm going to do is select another equation to use. This time I'm going to use s equals u plus v over 2 multiplied by t. Again, trying to pick the simplest equation that I can. Filling in the information, I know that s is h in this case. My initial speed is u, my final speed is 0, all over 2 multiplied by my time, which is t. Now I'm going to have to use my answer to part A here, and I'm going to substitute in for the value of t this u over g. So h becomes equal to u over 2 times by ug, which gives me u squared over 2g, which is exactly what we were asked for in the question. Right, for the final part, we've now got information that this point A that we were talking about earlier isn't actually at ground level, it's 3h above the ground, and we want to find the total time from the instant of projection to when the particle hits the ground. So I'm just going to set up a slightly different picture for this one. So we knew that this was our A, and this is what we're looking like when we get to the ground. We know that this distance here is going to be h, and taking from the top all the way to the bottom, I know that this distance is going to be 4h. I know that the time taken to complete this first part of my journey is going to be capital T, and I also know that the initial speed at this point in time is 0. So thinking about SUVAT for the second part of my journey, S-U-V-A-T, S is equal to 4h, U is equal to 0, V we actually don't know or need to know, so we can strike that through. I'm going to be accelerating at g, and my time we don't know. So now I need an equation linking S, U, A and T, and that equation is going to be S equals ut plus a half at squared. My S is 4h, U was 0, so this part goes, and I'm left with a half gt squared. Now I'm wanting to do this by finding things in terms of t, not h. So I'm going to go back and just use my answer for part B, which is to show that h was u squared over 2g, and rewrite this part of my question as 4 u squared over 2g is equal to a half gt squared. Now if I multiply everything through by 2, I end up with 4u squared over g is equal to gt squared. And if I divide through by g, I've got 4u squared over g squared is equal to t squared. Now square rooting, I've got plus or minus 2u over g is my time. Now I have seen this before. This u over g we have seen before, and in fact if we go back to part A of our question, t was equal to u over g. So I can make a substitution at this point and say that my t value here is going to be equal to 2 capital T. Now I'm taking the positive value as I need the positive time that it takes to do this, not the sort of the time before launch, if you will. So now we have almost everything that we need. We've got the initial part of the journey taking a time of t, and the final part of our journey taking a time of 2t, so our total time is going to be t plus 2t, which gives us a total of 3t.